we be in a ruby red part of Arizona?
Maricopa County is the largest county that Trump won the last election. And so this is the center of Trumpville in Arizona.
If Arizona turns blue, it will be in part because of voters like Yasser Sanchez and his wife Emily, conservatives who live in the Maricopa County suburb of Gilbert. In 2016, they never saw a Hillary Clinton sign in their neighborhood. Now, the streets by their house are dotted with Trump and Biden signs poking from the alternating beach towel-sized front lawns. They've added a new entrant in the sign wars, Arizona Republicans for Biden. Yasser and Emily are voting for a Democrat for the first time.
So how's that going over?
I've noticed people coming out of the woodwork, but interestingly enough, silently. They'll come and say, hey, I see that you're supporting Biden. I am too, but I can't really tell anyone, or I can't tell my family.
So people talk about shy Trump voters. Are there shy Biden voters?
Absolutely.
The pandemic, it's rounding the turn.
COVID-19 has hurt Donald Trump in the state. The virus hammered Arizona in June and July, making the state the hotspot in the nation at one point. Yasser, Emily, and 4 of their 5 kids all got the virus at the same time.
For me, the campaign is personal. It is no longer political.
Why?
Because we've personally gone through COVID-19. We have also seen worse where friends have died.
And for the president to dismiss it as no big deal or the flu or just play politics with it, it's more than offensive. It enrages me. It makes me so angry.
So angry, Yasser helped organize an unusual coalition of Latinos, liberals, and conservatives who convened on a recent Saturday morning to launch a unique parade. A caravan supporting Joe Biden in former Republican strongholds. While that mile-long procession was blaring its way through Maricopa County, a 3-mile-long caravan of Trump supporters served as a reminder that as much as Donald Trump may rankle some in his party, he is also revered. This past Wednesday, the president touched down in a suburb of Phoenix for another packed rally.
That's a lot of people.
It was Donald Trump's 7th visit to Arizona this year. At a smaller gathering for conservatives on the edge of Maricopa County, the rallying cry was for low taxes, law and order, and personal freedom.
We need to make faces great again, breathing great again, person-to-person communication great again.
We met Dr. Kelly Ward, the chairwoman of Arizona's Republican Party, who twice launched unsuccessful campaigns for the U.S. Senate from the party's right flank.
Why is Arizona, which is the state of Barry Goldwater and John McCain, I mean, this is a Republican state. Why is it even in question?
Well, obviously, the country is changing. It seems like there's a sea change politically across the board. A lot of people from California have come to Arizona.
There is a tension in the party in Arizona between kind of one wing and the other. That seems like President Trump is right in the middle of that tension.
I think it's a manufactured tension. This isn't about a person. This is about the policies. When you put those before people without Donald Trump attached to them, they love them.
So is that the challenge, to get people to see on the other side of the
I think that people have to be smarter than many times the media, who is putting things out as though it's all about Orange Man bad, when it's really about Republican policies good.
But Donald Trump is not shy. He's not a retiring type.
I'm thankful that he isn't shy, because I can tell you what didn't get us the White House. It was whenever we had those shy, retiring Republicans who just wanted to get along, to go along, who let Democrat policies be shoved down the throats of the American people, who have led us to the brink of socialism. Donald Trump took control of the situation.
Let me ask you, I've talked to some suburban Republican women.
Yes.
And some of the ones I've talked to love Donald Trump.
Yes.
Some have left the party because of it. And this is a challenge. How's he doing with suburban women?
I think he's doing great with suburban women. Women love Donald Trump. There are some who have been sadly brainwashed by things that aren't really even true across the board about the president. We hear lies.
You're not saying that women can't think for themselves, are you?
No, I'm saying the media lies.
They're smart enough to get around that.
Are they? I mean, if you hear it and hear it and hear it and only that, tell a lie often enough, it becomes the truth.
One famous exile from the new Arizona Republican Party is Cindy McCain, the widow of John McCain, a man who once defined that party.
What are they missing in the current Republican leadership now that is
Well,
not?
the willingness to work together. Somehow you have to either be on this side or this side, and there's no in between. Gosh, if you're a Democrat, we're not going to talk to you. They no longer put country before party. It's the opposite right now.
The Trump-McCain feud dates back to the last campaign, when Trump won Arizona by 3.5 points. But Cindy McCain said she was pushed to speak out after the Atlantic magazine reported derogatory comments President Trump allegedly made about military service members. Her endorsement of Joe Biden in September was local front page news.
For me, the final straw was they're losers and suckers.
The Atlantic article.
The Atlantic article. I'm a mother of 2 veterans and a wife of a veteran, and my father was a veteran. They were not losers and suckers by any chance. It angered me a great deal. It angered me, and so I thought, I can either sit here and be angry or I can do something.
And when you made that decision, did you get blowback?
Yeah.
What form did that take?
All kinds of forms. But the blowback does not matter to me. It's about doing what's right for this country. And I, like many people, couldn't sit back anymore.
Arizona's political profile mimicked the cactus that dots its landscape, prickly, resistant to change, capable of living for years without outside help. This land of canyons has been the home to 2 GOP nominees,
And victory will be ours.
Senator Barry Goldwater and Senator John McCain. Arizona retained its Republican character until recently.
I trust Arizonans.
Now, Arizona may be on the verge of electing Democrat Mark Kelly, which would give the state 2 Democratic senators for the first time in 70 years. Republican Jeff Flake represented Arizona in the Senate until early last year.
Did you ever imagine that a red state like Arizona would suddenly be thick with Democratic politicians getting elected?
Not at this stage. I mean, you look in the future and you think, unless the Republican Party, transforms a bit and appeals to a broader electorate, then, we're going to be irrelevant. That's always been, far in the future. But did I envision it this fast? No, not at all.
So President Trump is accelerating the changes in
Definitely.
Arizona. Right?
If you run a Republican candidate statewide for state line inspector, for example, we do have one, nobody pays attention to that race, and the Republican will win handily. So it's still a center-right state, but not President Trump's style of politics. That just doesn't play well for a lot of independents and a lot of moderate Republicans.
It didn't play well for Flake.
We must never regard as normal the regular and casual undermining of our democratic norms and ideals.
He left the Senate after 1 term because President Trump and his base had turned against Flake's independent streak, once the hallmark of Arizona Republicans. Flake has endorsed Joe Biden in this election.
For Arizona, is this election a referendum on President Trump?
Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, you have an incumbent coming in, the economy was good and strong. Anybody with those kind of odds, an incumbent ought to be winning. But more than anything, it's the president's handling of the coronavirus. It's just the whole shtick, I think, people are tiring of.
They know I'm very popular.
Before Donald Trump even ran for president, his spiritual predecessor, Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, tracked down and jailed undocumented immigrants. Latinos, who make up 1/3 of Arizona's population, like 19-year-old Alexis Delgado Garcia, remember those days. Born in this country, Alexis is the son of undocumented parents.
Here in Arizona, it was really, really difficult to even go to the grocery.
Why was it difficult to go to the grocery?
The fear of my parents getting deported, the fear of my parents not seeing me again or seeing my family again was very, very huge.
So were you involved in canvassing to spare other people of color what you went through?
Yeah.
Hello.
Alexis and twin sisters Evelyn and Yoshi Rodas Castillo are part of a wave of young American-born Hispanics who have come of voting age. They canvass door to door on a 97-degree day, trying to spur people to vote for Joe Biden.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Evelyn, why did you get involved in canvassing?
So knowing that both of my parents are undocumented, that they can't vote, that I have a lot of other family members who are undocumented, who can't vote themselves, I know it's so important that, I'm the voice for those who can't.
Just put it in here, I guess, huh?
90% of Arizonans are expected to vote by mail or early in person. The question, of course, is on election night, what will their voices and their ballots tell us about Arizona and the country.
If Donald Trump wins Arizona, what will he have done?
Defied the odds.
Will he have found voters for him that kind of came out of the woodwork?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at those rallies, I mean, there's something to that. We learned that in 2016.
If Joe Biden wins Arizona, what will that mean for election night?
If he wins Arizona, if Arizona's results come in more quickly, as we think they will, he's got it. If you can put together, as a Democrat, put together a campaign that can win this state, you're going to win the country.